Hello,
Yes, Deepak.
can you hear me? Okay.
Yeah, I can hear you, Deepak.
Mute myself. Let's start at around 8 p.m. The recording is getting recorded now. 9 minus 3. So, still audible?
Yeah, it's audible now. Hello, Saurabh, can you hear me?
Hi everyone, very good evening. So let's test the audio first. Am I audible to you all? Can you just type in yes, no in the chat window on the left side of your screen? Great. Okay. Akshay, are you there? Akshay?
Yes, Deepak.
Great. So let's start this webinar now.
Okay, let's start.
Okay. Good evening to everyone. I am Deepak Agarwal from ST Jain School of Global Management, Bangalore. I take care of admissions for the South India. I also have Mr. Akshay, who is taking care of the admission process from the backend team. Mr. Praveen Mahendra, who is the country head for admissions of PG admissions at SPGN Global, and Saurabh Verma, based out of New Delhi, again manager admissions for the North India, and Sudeep Roy from Kolkata for the East region, who is taking care of admissions for the East. So this webinar today, as you know, we are here to help you out with the application process because most of you have incomplete applications. Since this is a high time for the Jan 2017 intake, we thought of inviting you for this webinar and help you with the application process for the Jan intake. So let me first run this poll wherein we would like to understand how many of you have actually completed the application or have not completed the application. Did you face any issues and stuff? So just help me out with your voting. Yeah, here it is. Your responses come through this poll, which is running on your screen. Did you face any difficulties in completing online application? Yes, no, I have completed my online application. So students have faced difficulties in completing online application. We'll discuss it one-on-one later. I'll be sharing the regional manager's contact details at the end of this presentation so that they'll be able to help you with the process. So now that I understand you have not completed your online application, how many of you are actually looking for Jan 2017 intake? Or say May 2017 intake, which is after Jan intake? Okay, majority of you are looking for May 2017 intake and around 10 to 20% of a Jan. Okay, guys. Thanks for voting. Right. See, the application process is simple. The moment you submit your basic application by log on to SPJN's website, wherein you key in your details like name, last name, mobile number, email ID, and click submit, you get a URL on your registered email ID. The email ID which you have submitted online. I mean, going to the SPJN's website. Then you're supposed to go back to your email, check the mail, the automated mail which you receive from SPJN's Creatrix account, and click on the URL to complete the application further. Only then you will be able to submit the application online and get your application number. Post that, SPJN team screen your application and later on update your status in Creatrix account, like shortlisted for aptitude, shortlisted for evaluation, shortlisted for profile based evaluation, etc. So guys, I hope you people got this URL, the mail with URL on your registered email IDs. Maybe for some reason you are unable to complete. But if you're looking for Jan 2017 intake, advise you to go ahead and apply your application today. I mean, complete your application today or tomorrow, since you have this weekend now. I'm sure you guys have some free time available to complete the application if you're really looking for Jan intake. For May, we'll be starting off the application process from December. Mostly by December last week or Jan first week. Same will be updated to you over email or SMS. Okay, but for Jan, this is a high time. And as you know, application deadline for Jan 2017 is 14th of November. Before that, you have to complete your application at any cost. Otherwise, it is too late because the next set of evaluations are happening on 6th of November. On that day, we'll be completing, we will be conducting SPJAT followed by essay, case study, and the interview, depending on what kind of shortlisting you are into. If you are a profile-based candidate, we'll be calling you for the SPJAT and the three evaluations round like essay, case study, and interview. And if you are only for the evaluation process, you need not write SPJAT and you'll be attending these three rounds: essay, case study, and interview. So if you're targeting 6th of November, try to complete your online application by tomorrow. If not, there is one more and the last and the final one evaluation happening on 20th of November 20 in Bangalore, Delhi, and Mumbai. Okay. Any questions on the application process before we start off on the program details that we have in order to help you understand what exactly fits in your profile? You can relate to this presentation completing your online application because end of the day you have to decide which specialization you are looking for. So this presentation will also help you to choose your specialization with clear-cut thought process. Yes, Rahul, I'll be coming to that. Profile-based evaluation we'll be discussing at the end of this presentation. I'll be discussing each and every process that we conduct at SPJ. So definitely we'll cover that up. Okay, Vijay Karthik from Chennai says, I did not receive any further mails regarding the URL. Okay, fine, Vijay, we have to look into that matter because it's totally a technical process. I mean, it's totally online process, automated one. So you never know if there is any system related issues and you did not get that URL, could happen. So we'll definitely look into it and try to help you out with completing the online application. Karan says, sir, before applying to, okay, hold on, I just missed your question. Okay, sir, before applying to admission, can we get SPJAT? Can we give SPJAT? Well, Karan, okay, you can. There is no mandatory thing that you have to first apply and then give SPJAT. You can, but advisable that you apply and then write SPJAT because end of the day, when we are evaluating your papers for SPJAT, we are not just considering your performance in SPJAT, but we are also looking into your profile, the quality of the profile, the kind of work experience, the kind of academics you have, and basis on that, we sometimes call students for the interview, though they don't meet the cutoff criteria because our cutoff for SPJAT is 80 percentile, 80. And if that doesn't happen, we try to compensate that with the quality of the profile. If you have a good profile, even if you have scored 70 percentile in SPJAT, we try to compensate that and call you for the interview process directly. So advisable that you first apply online and then go for SPJAT because it is your benefit. It's in your benefit only. Can you explain about the application process once again? See, Akshay, the application process is like this. The moment you go to SPJN's website, www.spjn.org, and highlight on the program that you're eligible for, that is Master of Global Business or Global Master of Business Administration. On that page, scroll down, you'll be able to apply online. That is the admission process, then goes to the application window. There, you have to key in your basic details, name, last name, email ID, and phone number, and click submit. Once you do that, whatever email you have entered online, On that email, you'll be getting an automated generated mail from SPGen Creatrix account. So Creatrix will be sending you your login details or say URL on which you have to click to complete your application further. Further in the sense you have to key in your academics details, work experience details and other details like extracurricular activities in order to complete the application and get your application number in place. Only after that we'll be able to process your application further for the further admission process. I mean, only then you will be able to know what exactly is your application status at SPJ. Is it on hold? Is it shortlisted for aptitude test? Is it shortlisted for the interview and stuff? So that is how the application process works.
Deepak, sorry to interrupt you.
Yes, sir.
I think first you can go with the presentation, and I think then we can keep the question answer session, because then most of the queries would be sorted, I suppose.
Because I thought since it's related to application process,
Mhm.
we'll cover.
First we clear out the issues and then we start with our process.
Then we'll be taking questions from the program.
Okay, will do.
Most of them are actually telling that they have not
Mm-hmm.
received any email, email which contains that URL to complete the application process thing. So we have to look into that. So I
Yeah, so
guess
that
as we
individual matters, I think then we can take it on the mailers and
that, that's right. That's right. Okay. All right.
yeah, will
So
do.
I guess more questions. All right. Okay. So let's start off with the webinar now. Postgraduate programs at Experience Global. As most of you know that we offer two postgraduate programs, MGB and GMBA. MGB is Master of Global Business for students with zero experience or up to 3 years of work experience. That's 0 to 3. So there is an upper cap of 3 years. Global MBA is a program for students with minimum 3 years of work experience. But there is no upper cap of global MBA. Any amount of work experience is okay for us, right? So, three intakes. Right now, as I already said, we are conducting admission process for Jan intake, Jan 2017. Once we are done with this, that is by 14th of November, from December onwards, mostly by last week of December, we'll be starting with the May intake application. Okay. Since you know, SP Jain Global is known for its multi-city campuses or multi-country campuses. Having the advantage of that, a campus locations which are located in three distinct geographies, they offer a mix of world cultures. Apart from world cultures, you also get to see business practices that are followed in these regions. And of course, the networking part you cannot miss. Professional networking is of utmost importance when you're visiting these places because you get to see uh, people visiting from industry as visiting wisdoms at SP Jain, and they conduct guest lectures. You also have professional networking events like breakfast meeting, high tea meeting. Most of the times, our students organize these meetings at SP Jain, but all depends on how active they are in conducting such meetings at SP Jain. All depends on that. But yes, of course, when you are in SP Jain campus, you get to meet a lot of people from the industry, and not just that, we also have a decent mix of world cultures inside the classroom of MGB or GMBA. Around 10 to 20% of the students belong to different nationalities. So end of the day, it is going to be a good networking platform other than the study part. And as you can see in the very first slide, the first global campus of SP Jain came up in the year 2004 at Dubai, followed by Singapore in 2006, 2012 Sydney, and the latest edition was in Mumbai, that was in 2015. So now Mumbai has two campuses of SP Jain, or you could say three. One is the regular SP Jain, which is Indian SP Jain, SP Jain Institute of Management and Research, and the remaining two are SP Jain School of Global Management. One is located in Lower Parel, and the other one is located in Kurla West. As of now, SPGN Global Mumbai campus is offering certificate, executive, and some of the newly introduced master's program. We have introduced recently Master of Luxury Brand Management, which is in association with Politecnico di Milano College, based out of Milan. which is a 1 year program. And we also offering certificate programs like Big Data and Analytics, Masters in Digital Marketing, Executive MBA for working professionals, and the flagship program known as Family Managed Business Program, Global Family Managed Business Program for students from family business background. Whereas the other three campuses, Dubai, Singapore, Sydney, are utilized for the postgraduate programs of SP Jain, which are being promoted in India. We have some of these rankings to our credit. Within no time, within less than 11 years of our existence, we have already reached the top-notch rankings, wherein you can see we are counted among the top 10 business schools of the world. Recently, Forbes ranked us among the top 10 business schools under the category of Best One-Year International MBA Programs, and also for the return on investment. In 2014, we were ranked by Nielsen among the top colleges, in fact, number one in the UAE for the salary audit, which says SP Jain global graduates in UAE enjoy 45% higher salaries when compared to other UAE universities. And the Economist ranked us among the top 100 business schools of the world. The only other Indian origin business schools to be ranked by the Economist was IIM Bangalore. I was talking about the Forbes ranking. These rankings are based on a survey of the return on investment, which I said Forbes ranked us among the top 10 based on the return on investment thing. We are in fact number 6 out of these 10 institutes which have been ranked by Forbes. On an average, students take 2.6 years to get their money back, whatever they have invested in SPJN. That is the kind of salary we have been able to procure for students once they complete their MBA from SPJN. As you can see, the last bullet point, the average pre-MBA salary according to Forbes of the class 2010 was $12,000, and by 2014 it was $57,000. Right? In fact, it's more than 4 times jump that you could see. In fact, we have been improving the average salaries year after year since the number of companies which are taking place in the recruitment process are going up in numbers, and also the quality of the profiles or they say applicants is increasing every year. We now have more than 20% of the applicants coming from IITs and NITs also. Okay. Well, let's look into these programs. What exactly is Global Master of Business Administration? This is, as I said, for minimum 3 years of work experience students, which is a 12 months program, a tri-city program. There are 5 specializations to choose from, and the final degree is awarded by SPGen Global Australia. Master of Global Business program is a 16 months program, which is again a tri-city program divided into 12 months of study and 4 months of internship. There are 3 specializations to choose from, and again the degree is from SPGen Australia. In fact, SPGen is a fully accredited institution of higher education by the government of Australia. And in addition, our postgraduate courses are also accredited by ABES 21, which is promoted by the Ministry of Education Japan, which has a lot of importance now in Asia region as far as the MBA degrees are concerned. So no doubt, as far as the recognition and the valuation of the degree scheme, we are recognized globally. Only difference is we are global in nature. The programs that we are offering at SPGen Global are purely global in nature, not just for the namesake. And the huge difference is the timeline. I mean to say the duration of the courses. They are just 1 year, so that students get enough time to find out jobs, start working, and start repaying their loans within just 2 years of time frame. Wherein normally the regular PGDM courses take 2 years with me, 2 years for you to complete, and after 2 years you start repaying your loans. So that means you are incurring huge interest rates, and of course you have to face a lot of financial crisis in that process. So I would say these are the best programs that you would find as far as the return on investment is concerned and the duration of the program is concerned, so that you can start addressing your commitments faster. There are 5 specializations that you choose in global MBA. The first one is global finance. Global finance specialization is designed for students aspiring to become managers in top global investment firms, investment banks, even take into consideration private wealth management, because this program has so much to offer, wherein students gain the skill set and knowledge to advise high quality and strategic investments, and also provide financial solutions for not just corporate but even to governments and financial institutions. Also, students, if they become wealth managers, they manage high amount of income or say net money for high HNI clients, high net worth individuals. So here students learn various things. They develop and strengthen client relationships. They learn about those tactics. They also participate in simulated based classrooms wherein they know how to advise clients, how to work in teams, and how to execute financial transactions. The global finance specialization is actually the one which goes beyond presentations and classroom sessions, because right end of the day when we are talking about the MBA program, most of these MBA programs that you see in the market, the typical MBA program, are just about classrooms and the the PowerPoint presentations and some case study solving. In fact, this is the method that most of the people have been following even today, including IIM. I've personally seen the change that because when I did my MBA, this was the case that I just quoted. Just the PowerPoint presentations, case study analysis, and some kind of group study. That's all. But now the things are changing because there are a lot of challenges. Corporates want people who know how corporates work. Corporate wants people who know how to negotiate. Corporate wants people who know how to convince with your ideas. And that is what we are doing at SPJ. Okay, so that's the reason I was telling it. All our specialization goes beyond presentations and classroom sessions because you explore each of these cities when you are there. Dubai, Sydney, Singapore, you understand the business practices, you understand the culture, you understand people, and end of the day, you are confident enough that yeah, this is how things work in this region. This is how a product can be sold in Dubai. This is how a product could be marketed in Singapore. This is how a product can be promoted in Australia, and may not, the strategy may not work for India if it is working for Australia. So this is how you do comparisons and come out as a confident global citizen once you complete this program. Marketing management is all about, you know, marketing practices that you learn over a range of areas, including consumer behavior, market research, brand management, customer culture, and whatnot. I mean, digital marketing, which is again a brand new addition to a marketing curriculum. Because in today's complex and competitive market, the success of every organization depends on its products and the services. Because it depends how you market, how you spread awareness among people. Okay, so from understanding the needs of the customers, you have to also know how to create product awareness, and also you should know how to retain customers, what kind of offers you should give, what kind of strategies you should build so that your company doesn't lose these customers which have been already won through a series of strategies. There is hardened they are hardened customers, and end of the day you cannot afford just to lose them. Customer, I mean to say organization success depends on the repeat orders what you get there. It is not just one time play. For example, Reliance Jio may be successful in acquiring a huge, subscriber base within just 2 months of its launch. But do you think it is going to be a persistent one? I mean, I don't think after 3 months, once that offer gets over, I don't think that people would choose to continue with Reliance Jio as a subscriber. They may switch on to other networks because there have been already some articles which are making rounds in social media and newspapers that Reliance Jio is offering 4G services, the slowest 4G services in India, even when compared to Idea and Airtel. So this is what the strategy is all about, right? This is what marketing. Well, of course, marketing is something which can make or break any organization. Logistics and supply chain management. This is something which was not discussed before as a part of a presentation or not even discussed commonly among people. But late, GMSCM of the logistics and supply chain management has gained so much importance because of e-commerce, right? So e-commerce is driving the growth of this industry, hot and happening industry. More than 50% of the startups in Bangalore are into logistics and supply chain space. And believe me, guys, players who are into e-commerce are floating their own logistics and supply chain firms because they can see that money flowing in and flowing out. Until few years ago, logistics was rarely discussed in large corporations, but today, however, effective logistics and supply chain management has gained immense prominence in corporate boardrooms just because of the money involved. And in today's complex world, getting products and services to the right places at the right time and at the stipulated time is a key for organizational success. And you can very well relate to that because the moment you place any order on Amazon and if you don't get it within that time frame, definitely you're not going to be a happy customer. To keep you happy, they have to deliver that product on time. Only then it is going to give you the required growth as an organization, right? So GLSCM is all about uh, supply chain management, wherein you study strategic sourcing, warehousing, performance-based logistics, management of the inventory, warehouse management, and so on. When we talk about IT management, is the only specialization which requires some kind of relevant experience because we would prefer to have people from IT background for IT management since it is related to IT. The huge difference between an IT management and an IT engineer is IT engineer is supposed to develop and test products and then pass it on to the customers as per their requirement. But whereas IT manager's role is to ensure that the IT is implemented to transform business into more profitable business. That is what IT management does. Okay, because the objective of SP Jain's Global MBA specialization in IT is to equip IT professionals with the operation knowledge of technology. You may be knowing, okay, this is how the technology works, this is how this particular software works, but end of the day, you need not know how the same can be implemented with cross disciplinary exposure so that you may deploy technology in variety of organizations for their success. So here students apply case study analysis and classroom discussions and the research topics. They learn the pedagogy to empower pedagogy of how to drive business transformation through technology. So this is what IT management is all about. Consulting management as of now for Jain intake is not available, but consulting management again is a specialization that requires good amount of work experience. We would prefer to have minimum 5 years to 10 years of work experience for consulting management, but minimum yes, 5 years. Anything 3+ is subjective. I mean, as far as the admission is concerned in consulting management, because consulting management requires a lot of expertise in a particular area. You should have worked for that industry for minimum 5 years to gain that in-depth knowledge of the product or the services that you work for over a period of 5 years. So consulting management, again, end of the day, is not that easy to get in because companies which recruit consulting management students require in-depth experience and the profile quality and overall, knowledge should be good enough so that they can become consultants with those companies. So for Jan 2017, global finance, marketing management, logistics, supply chain, IT are available uh, for the application. Now you can decide freely which one you would like to go for. I have already explained these specializations and accordingly you can choose to apply with whatever specialization you want to. You can always choose minimum two specialization, that is first one being primary specialization, which is like marketing management being your primary and the secondary would be IT management if you are an engineer. If you are an engineer and still want to apply for finance, I would advise you to talk to your uh, respective regional manager so that he will first try to understand your profile and the background and then try to advise you accordingly whether finance is the best fit for you as an engineer or not. Because at SPJN, we would need some kind of exposure in your profile as far as these profiles are concerned. I mean, the specializations are concerned. Okay, exposure could be direct or indirect, professional or formal or informal, but yes, some kind of exposure is needed. So try to consult uh, regional manager before you apply and before you decide to choose a specialization which is not totally relevant to you. Okay, right. So similarly for MGB, the same three specializations which I've already explained. Of course, there is no IT or consulting in MGB. So students of MGB can choose from marketing, global finance, or logistics and supply chain. Key highlights of the program. Yes, I've already discussed. You study in 3 countries. Classes in communication, leadership, and personality development to improve your profile overall, so that even before you sit for the placement, you know where you are heading. You know how to negotiate for a good salary, for a good pay package. You know how to convey that yes, you are the right candidate for that organization. And you should also know how better you are when you are comparing yourself with the other cohorts from other institutes who have done MBA, maybe from a single country program. Global immersion projects. You do minimum 2 to 3 projects in every country. I mean, one project each in every country to be eligible, for this project related credits, because there are some credits allocated even for projects, and in most of the times we have seen these projects, in fact, happen uh, become your indirect source of recruitment also, because around 20 to 25% students get placed into that company wherever they implement or say execute those project work. In fact, there are two kinds of projects at SP Jain. One is your desk project, which you can execute being inside the four walls of the campuses, or the other one, you can always work under industry mentor and execute that project work. We have career development workshops, which is again related to placement, and internship opportunity for MGB students. Internship at SPJN are as good as placement, because most of these internships are converting into job placement offers at the end of the program. Four key elements that characterize our new postgraduate curriculum. Well, of course, global learning, blended learning, business simulation, and student boardroom. Covering them one by one now. So you study in 3 different countries, right? Singapore is known for its Chinese culture. Singapore lies at the heart of Asia's fastest growing region. It is also surrounded by countries like China, Malaysia, and Indonesia. Singapore has been ranked number one in the world for ease of doing business. In fact, Flipkart is actually registered out of Singapore. I'm sure most of you are aware that if Singapore has been ranked for number one for ease of doing business, there's some reason behind it. If we try and compare how much time it takes to register a business in Singapore vis-a-vis India, Singapore, if everything is in order, within a day you can register your business, or maximum 3 days. Wherein in India it takes months together. Singapore is also known for its governance, the best governance system they have in Asia region. They are also known for their forward-thinking outlook. SPGen students gain an in-depth understanding of Chinese business practices and also the opportunities that Singapore has to offer. People would seldom prefer to go to China and study there because of the language and the food barriers. So, end of the day, Singapore happens to be China Light, and this is where you can explore the China region, outside the Chinese culture, Chinese business practices, and Chinese people, because Singapore's culture is predominantly Chinese. When we talk about Sydney, though it is number two in the order, it's always number two. In fact, term two happens in Sydney in all the intakes. There is a section in Dubai in every intake. Say, for example, Jain intake is starting from Singapore, then it is going to Sydney and ending in Dubai. But Sydney actually completes the tri-city model of SP Jain, because Sydney has so much to offer in terms of food, culture, art, modern day business practices, that students gain an in-depth and hands-on experience about what is happening in the corporate world today. Sydney has also to offer you so much in terms of culture and food. When it comes to food, Australians are actually known for their love of food. MasterChef won in Australia, it was copied everywhere else. Whereas when we talk about people in Australia, I mean the Australians, if you really want to treat them good and make them impress, it is good to have a nice dinner or a nice lunch in a good place with some liquor, and there you go. You have that $1 billion business deal in your kitty. Australians are actually known for the love of food. In fact, people say for Australians, food is more closer to their hearts than their tummies. You know that this is the saying, and Sydney has so much to offer that you cannot just miss out on that. When you come to Dubai, Dubai is been promoting itself as a place which has means for business. Dubai means business, and Dubai has won many awards for its governance and also its tax policies. In fact, tax heaven is what we call Dubai. Tax-free salaries is what you enjoy in Dubai. So how come government is sustaining without money? In fact, they have their own system of sustaining without any financial crisis. Dubai's economy is just supported 3% by oil. Majority of the economy's, generation, I mean, when it comes to the revenue generation for the government, it comes to infrastructure tourism in Dubai, Burj Khalifa, Dubai Mall, Desert Safari, and the list goes on. Dubai hosts Asia's largest flower auction. Though it is in the middle of the desert, there is hardly any sign of water. They even host Asia's largest derby event, though the betting is illegal in Dubai. So there are so many interesting facts that you would love to explore in Dubai. 4 months definitely will be enough to explore, but end of the day, you'd be wanting to explore more and more because Dubai has so much to offer in terms of culture and the business practices that even a lifetime is not sufficient to explore Dubai, is what I think. And also, here, SP Jain students learn about the Middle Eastern business practices, Middle Eastern culture, and the politics and the story which has been there from long time. That how come it was possible for Dubai to grow within such a short time from a small trading outpost to a thriving metropolis, right? So, guys, these are the three dynamic countries that you study in being at SP Jain Global NGB or GMBA program, and end of the day this is going to give you huge amount of exposure in terms of business practices, culture, and people, and there'll be no better program than this is what I could say at the end of the day, because exposure matters and corporates are looking for people who can drive the organization beyond the boundaries. As I was talking about the exploration part, these are some of the pictures that you could see. The first one being UAE Cultural and Heritage Center, which is in Bar Dubai, known as Sheikh Mohammed Cultural Center. So students normally visit this place in the morning time. There's a breakfast time, and they serve typical Emirati breakfast during your visit. And here you can ask any kind of questions that you want to ask. The misconceptions that we had till date all get clear during this session. And this is the place where you can explore more about the Middle East. You'd get to know, yes, this was the misconception I always had, but now I'm very clear that this is what UAE is all about. This is what Dubai is all about. Similarly, students visit places of political importance, cultural importance, and social importance in all these countries. Some of the pictures. We follow something known as blended learning at SP Jain, wherein we combine online and offline classrooms. Online classrooms are basically to offer the basic subjects like macroeconomics, marketing, finance, so that we are able to create a level playing field for everyone who is in the program, especially for engineers. Engineers normally come with a technical background and would always complain that I am not very clear about the fundamentals in finance. So how come I'm able to catch up with the program or the curriculum, having competitive farmers back the level take help of online lessons, wherein you go through these basic subjects without wasting time inside the classroom, so that the next day you are well prepared for the offline classroom session. Topics and lectures are discussed. Face-to-face lessons are, of course, the regular lecture classes wherein you discuss the next higher version of these online classes, and that enables you to get into the subject with 100% interest and passion. And it's only possible when you have a basic understanding of those subjects. So to take care of that, we have blended learning. Simulations. Most of the B schools, even today, have this outdated method of teaching business using case studies. Gone are the days, actually speaking, when we used to solve case studies by reading the case, analyzing the problems, and writing down the solution. As I was talking about myself, this is how we used to do the case studies. But simulations are changing that. Simulations are more about experiencing the corporate culture inside the classroom so that when you are there in the hot seat, you would better know that how you are supposed to behave and deal with that proper situation, with that particular situation when you are there in front of your colleague. It is not that easy to convey your ideas to someone and convince him that yes, this is the idea that you got, and end of the day, this can change your company's fortune because everyone has an idea, everyone has their own say. So how is it possible to become a good negotiator, good convincing person? And it is only possible when you do simulations. Here you first study the cases, then faculties are monitoring you because you make role plays. Somebody act as a director, somebody act as a CEO, somebody act as a marketing manager, and you discuss a particular issue related to the organization and the solution for it. And there you go, you learn cases, experiencing them, and there'd be no better way to experience a corporate culture, without a simulation. And to explain what exactly simulation is very well similar to the pilot training which happens on ground before they take off skies. Because you can't just teach them when they are in the sky, when they are flying, because it's dangerous. So similar way, we do simulations inside the classroom. So when you take off your flight to the corporate business world, you better know how to fly in the stormy weather, then how to land yourself and how to take off again. So literally, this is how you learn business and corporate culture at SPJ. Student boardrooms. Students here work in small groups known as student work group or student boardrooms. This is to enable peer learning. End of the day, peer learning is important because as I was talking about negotiation and convincing skills, student boardrooms help you in that because our MBA students participate in these, I mean, student boardrooms enable boardroom is to train your mind, not just you. It is trained to mind to make the most effective decision in a complex and uncertain corporate world. And this is how the culture has been adopted at SP Jain with more modern day business practices so that you can relate yourself easily. As I was talking about immersion project or the global immersion project, you do projects in each of these countries and the projects can be varied from logistics, IT, marketing, or finance. So depending on your specialization, you can get into this project work. Project work is of course mandatory, but end of the day, this is to teach you something that you've learned in theory, how the same can be implemented in practical. And also there's an alternative where students have an option to opt for global immersion projects on entrepreneurship. So to encourage students with bright business ideas come forward and share their ideas with the management at SPN or the faculty, you could change your fortunes forever. I mean, end of the day, it is all about making your career post MBA, and it need not be employment always. Try to understand this. MBA programs are not to make you employed; they are make you entrepreneurs, so that you can give back something to the country that you come from. It is your choice that you want to become an employee or an entrepreneur end of the day. But MBA, if you ask me in general, is to train you to become a business person with business acumen and business skills. Okay. So guys, these are the various factors that contribute towards the outstanding programs that we have, MGB and the GMBA. Well, of course, we are now switching towards the placement and the project part, the companies that recruit at SP Jain. Global immersion projects, you, in the past we have been project opportunities for many of our students. World class faculty, no doubt. We have a world class faculty. We have visiting faculty from Harvard, Stanford, INSEAD, IIMs, SPJ in Mumbai. So that ensures that you get the quality education at SP Jain. 74% of these faculties have advanced doctoral degrees. Our faculty have gained academic experience from the world's best schools. In fact, I just named them. Our faculty hail from 5 continents and span uh, the diverse research expertise. So most of them have industry experience of beyond 10 years, which contributes towards the quality of the program, because end of the day, it is not just enough to teach you theory. They should also know how to relate with the practicals. And that is only possible when you have a faculty from the industry background. So most of the faculties come from industry background, and enables and it enables that you get the real world class learning with real exposure to the corporate world and the business practices inside the classroom itself. So guys, apart from this, I also have something on the placement services that we offer. In fact, we call them as career advancement services. Career advancement services at SPJN is something which is a natural outcome of the program. We really need not struggle to place you, because end of the day you have had enough exposure, you have had enough projects to your kitty, you have had enough interaction with the world class faculty, which is enough to make you an eligible candidate for any company on this earth. Even after that you are unable to crack the placement, then of course it is not anybody's fault. Okay, I can bet that you can get my sentence. It is not everyone's fault. It is not SPJN's fault end of the day. But yes, SPJN is there to help you with the placements. We have been placing students right from 2004, and till date we have been placing students 100% of the batch. Our batch sizes are not more than 80-90 students, though the capacity is 100 per intake, combining all the specializations. Okay, so we do take care of your placement, but end of the day, please don't treat us as a placement agency, because as I said, global MBA or MGB has so much quality inculcated that it is not necessary to even place you by putting in effort. You can get placed easily, even if you don't get any placements in SPJ, guys, because there is a value, there is a recognition, and people relate to SP Jain, because SP Jain is not a new institute. SP Jain brand is there right from the 80s, from Mumbai, when we had incepted the campus at Mumbai, and then 2004 we went global. So let it be Indian corporates or the global corporates, everyone knows what is SP Jain and what is SP Jain graduate are. Okay, and I was also talking about the passport to excellence program, and I mean the placement training program at the beginning of this presentation, which is to help you prepare yourself for the interview even before you come for the placement process, I mean sit for the placement process, because here we focus on effective business writing skills, how to analyze situations, your oral communication skills, presentation, uh, conversations, how to have increased fluency in English, communication management classes, understanding the job interview process, which is possible by video recording the sessions that we conduct, I mean the mock interview, so that end of the day you know very well that yeah, this is how you're going to behave, maintain your body language, maintain your communication skills, maintain your communication tone when you're sitting in front of the interviewer, because every opportunity lost is lost. At end of the day, you're there to crack a company which is your dream company, which may be your dream company, and you cannot just afford to lose it. So we ensure that you get trained first and then you attend the interview process. In fact, there is some credit weightage attached to the passport to excellence program, which is nothing but a placement program, and you have to successfully complete this program before becoming eligible for the interview. Well, 80% attendance is what the minimum criteria for the placements in all the lectures and the P2E workshops. Successfully clear P2E assessments in each term. You have 3 terms, and for MGB you have successfully clear internship before become eligible for placements. On an average, 95% of the batch falls in the placement category, which means the remaining 5% would miss the placement criteria of 80%, not successfully completing the Passport Excellence program or not completing the internship in NGB successfully. This is applicable for both NGB and GMBA program. And no need to reiterate, it is very well written that SPGN does not guarantee placements, but yes, it guarantees career for the rest of your life. It guarantees a reputation for your profile in the global market. It also guarantees that self-confidence that you gain from the program for the rest of your life, guys. This is our guarantee. But placement, not guarantee. Placements you have to earn, and you can earn placements only when you complete the above set criteria successfully, right? So no need to worry about the placements. In fact, we have been placing students in the past and we will continue placing them. Extreme cases, they don't get placed and for various reasons as you've already seen them. Well, some of the placement stats for Global MBA 2016, average pay package was 18 lakhs. That was the global average. Average post GMBA salary is normally 2.5 times higher than the incoming salary, the previous salary. And number of companies that recruited students at SPGN are around 150 plus in that entire year. So when we talk about average post GMBA salary and the average pre MBA salary, please note that whatever salary you are earning now will be taken into consideration for your future salary. It is not that we just discount the fact that you are already earning 10 lakhs before joining our program. So what is the point in doing an MBA from SPGN Global like Institute and again get placed at a pay package of around 12 lakhs? It's an utter waste of money and time and effort. So we always ensure that students who come with the good pay packages already in their profile are taken care well, because we do help you with the better salaries, and we only invite those companies which have the capacity to offer you, a better salary compared to what you are already earning. On an average, the least possible salaries, what I have seen is 100%. The 100% increment for most of the alumni that I've been in touch with. I am working for last 5 years, and believe me, I had no single alumni coming back and complaining me that Deepak, you said this, and it did not happen the same way. It may be, there may be some delay in placement, but end of the day they got placed, and they got placed with good salaries, and they are now doing very well in their life. Okay, I know alumni right from 2006, though I joined SPGN in 2012, 2011. I do know alumni from 2006 batch, because most of these senior alumni are part of our selection panel when it comes to the interviews, the admission interviews at SPGN. And we managers, admission managers at SPGN, then are always there to help you out, to connect to these alumni whenever you want to, and ask certain questions that sometimes even at SPGN fail to answer, because you have to interact with those people who have actually lived, studied, and worked in SPGN. I mean to say, did the program in SPGN. Okay, so feel free to come back and ask for Alumni Connect. We'll be more than happy to help you out with that. So these are some of the companies which have been recruiting in Global MBA. Some of the leading organizations like Walt Disney, IBM, L&T, Sun Pharma, Dunia Finance, which is based out of Dubai, Unilever. MGB average package is 18 lakhs. Again, that is a global average. This is for 2015 batch. Average post MGB salary is normally 5 times higher than what you have been earning before. Around 100 companies recruited in NGB. These are some of the companies which have recruited NGB students in the past for both internship as well as placements. We have lots of success stories, guys. Advise you to go to LinkedIn and try to interact with the alumni. Being frank enough and straightforward forward with you, I would always talk good about SP Jain. because I'm an employee of SQ Jain. Don't discount that fact. Okay, so go to the LinkedIn. I can challenge you. Find any kind of alumni, let it be MGB or GMBA, and interact and ask about the program quality and the placement. You will get to know the reality. Okay, it is not just enough to attend the presentation end of the day. If you really want to test the waters, talk to the people who have already tested the product. Okay, so a lot of success stories to share from SC Jain. This is your investment for the rest of your life. People say that investment in education is a lifetime investment. You never lose it. You always gain out of it. Global MBA Jan 2017 intake fees is around 48,395 US dollars. MGB is around 43,000 US dollars, which is inclusive of accommodation in all the three countries. Rest of the amount, which is towards you, I mean, from your pocket, out of the pocket expenses are food, airfare, and personal expenses, which works out to be around $6,000 to $9,000 per year. Anyways, it is a 1 year program. Includes on the, I mean, depends on the lifestyle also. Very well complete this program in less than $53,000 put together, put everything together. Scholarships and loan available. We offer scholarships to deserving candidates. Deserving candidates means quality profile, quality work experience, quality academics, good academic record, good academic plus extracurricular achievement. Uh, range from, I mean, the scholarships range from $2,000 to $10,000 to $15,000 depending on the profile quality. IITians, especially IIT, the top 5 IIT students are eligible for 100% tuition fee waiver. But again, end of the day, we are not just discounting then the fees. They have to perform in the interview. Okay. Loans are available. Education loans. We have tie-up with various banks which are ready to offer you collateral-free loan. They don't even ask you for any kind of property. They will give you loan up to 30 lakhs. The only requirement is a guarantor. I mean, a co-applicant with you who is supposed to be your family member. Anyone in the family is okay. Sister, brother, mother, father, and they're supposed to have some kind of income source and the IT returns in place. Then you are good to go. In fact, SP Jain and there are very few other institutes in India which are eligible for a collateral-free education loan from institutes like Axis Bank, HDFC, Avance, and the list has some of the public sector banks, but they are not offering collateral-free loans. At the end of the day, they offer collateral loans. But yes, again, their loan eligibility is up to 30 lakhs. So it is up to you which bank you want to go for. We'll be always helping you to to get in touch with the bank representative so that you can take it forward. Well, the 2017 Jan intake is closing on 14th of November. Anyone who is interested in Jan 2017, please complete your online application by today or tomorrow so that we can get the things rolling for you. 6th of November happens to be your next evaluation date and also the next SPJAT date. If you have not taken any of these entrance exams, CAT, GMAT or SPJAT, right? And then we have a May intake. This is how the application process works. Complete your online application. Then you are supposed to take up aptitude test, which will cost you around $40 per attempt. We also consider CAT score of 2014 and 2015 only. Means 2014 scores which got declared in 2015 Jan and 2015 scores which got declared in 2016 Jan are eligible. GMAT only lasts 3 years. Cutoff for CAT is around 80 percentile and for GMAT is 650. Evaluations, yes, once you have these scores in place, you'll be called for the evaluations. Evaluations comprises of essay, case study and a panel interview. The fee is going to be around $50. Once you complete this entire process, your final offer will be rolled out in 5 to 7 working days. So let me now explain you what is profile-based evaluation. Students with good profiles, like they are from top-notch colleges, they have completed they've completed their graduation from some of the top-notch institutes with a good graduation score, work experience with a good brand, already earning a good salary with lesser amount of work experience, you know, overall quality like extracurricular activities. All these factors are taken into consideration before we call students for the profile-based evaluation. So once you are eligible in that category, the profile-based evaluation, you are eligible to take aptitude, essay, case study, and interview on the same day. Say, for example, on 6th of November, there will be two kinds of students. One who come through the regular process of aptitude test and then the evaluation, which will be happening on 6th of November, provided that, okay, the applications are quite okay. They are supposed to first clear the APT and then the evaluation. And also the students will be taking SPJET on 6th of November, and on the same day, without getting eliminated from SPJET, you will also be taking up essay, case study, and interview. Combining all these four, we'll be declaring the results in 5 to 7 working days for profile-based students. So this is the basic difference between the regular applicant and the profile-based applicant. In fact, regional managers of all the regions, North, East, West, South, have been going through all the profiles which have been completed online and suggesting the admission committee that XYZ student can be called for a profile-based evaluation. And it takes certain amount of time, guys. So advise you to apply as soon as possible so that it is easier for us to get the things rolling before 6th of November. And 6th of November should be your final target for Jain intake. Don't wait till 20th of November because end of the day you need to have time to arrange money, to arrange finances for your loan, coordination and whatnot, visa. So advisable that you take up the process, eval process on 6th of November itself instead of 20th November, which happens to be the last and the final admission process for Jain intake. Right. I'll be sharing the contact details of all the regional managers in some time. Any questions now? Let's open up the floor for questions. I guess there have been many questions, and thanks to Saurav and my colleagues, they have been answering most of them. Shobna from Hyderabad, I have for Jan intake. Do I have an option for joining or May intake? Yes, Shobna, you can. There is a deferment option which says if you get an admission offer from SP Jain for the immediate intake or the upcoming intake, you can always defer it to the next intake by paying the registration amount of $2,500, which is possible. Yes, Kishan Ram, it is possible to defer it to me. Nandini Devi from Guwahati. I have 14 years of work experience. Excellent, Nandini. See, high amount of work experience would always mean high amount of exposure even for the class, not just for you, because they'll be interacting with a high amount of work experience guys inside the classroom. And end of the day, SPJN handles these profiles in a very special way. I mean, we call it as boutique placements because we promote your profiles only to the relevant organizations which are looking for high amount of work experience students with certain specialization. Okay, so 14 years is not a deterrent. In fact, it is a edge that you have compared to other students. uh, High amount of work experience would also mean a permanent residency option for you in Australia because Australia is encouraging applicants with high amount of work experience to apply for the PR on the basis of skilled occupation list, which says if you score a point of 60 pointer basis on your application quality, I mean to say your profile quality like work experience, your background, your TOEFL score, and graduation, and the list goes on. And if you happen to achieve 60 points, you are eligible to apply for PR in Australia. And within a month's time, you get to know whether your PR is successful or not. In fact, SPJ and Australia placements are are very strong because we already have an alumni base in Australia, and around 30 to 35 alumni are working in top-notch positions. So it is literally going to be a cakewalk for high experienced students who are more than 8 years, 10 years, or 15 years to get placed in Australia with a PR in hand. Yes, family business is counted. Saurabh Verma, okay. Ankit, Do we get a post-study work visa in Australia? Yes. See, it is not known as post-study work visa. It is known as PR. So MBA is not in the SOL list, but for SPGN graduates, especially global MBA graduates, are eligible for SOL, Ankit. So you need not worry about that. We are very sure of what we are talking. So once you are there in the program, and if you decide to apply for the PR through SOL, do inform to the concerned authorities. Amit Kumar from Kolkata. As it was mentioned, it goes to 2.5 times from the base package of GMBA. Please elaborate on bit on that. See, Amit, it's very simple. If you have been earning around say 10 lakh salary already before joining MBA at SP Jain, your salary would be around 25 lakhs now. I mean, post GMBA. That is what it no. I mean, on an average, we have seen that kind of jump. Karan Hora from Delhi. Sir, I have registered for SPZ and still in third year. My final papers are in May. Which batch should I choose? Well, Karan, in that case, you are eligible for September 2017 intake if you are graduating in May. Anyways, you are not eligible for any of our programs as of now because you are still in the third year. And every final year student can take up SPZ. There is no harm in that because SPZ results are valid for 2 years. And once you have the SPZ course in place, you can always go ahead and apply for that September intake. Once you are there, September intake applications for the next year will be starting from the month of May. MGB 18 lakh salary might appear good idea, but I mean good in India. But if you compare with Singapore, Sydney, of course, Kishan, MGB 18 lakh salary. I have never said that it would be looking good even in Singapore or Sydney because MGB average salary, if you look at, it is around 25 lakhs for Singapore and it's close to 30 lakhs in Dubai. Of the recent placement statistics is what we have seen. And 18 lakhs is a global average. It is not related to India alone. India could be around 12 lakhs as an average. And also take into consideration that MGB students are not beyond 2 years of work experience. So give me one institute which has been placing students with 2 years of experience with 20 lakh pay package in India. I will definitely, you know, I mean, request SP Jain to give you full scholarship. I can challenge this fact because I know every single student from any B school you take into consideration. Nobody is able to place you with an 18 lakh pay package in India with just 2 years of work experience. End of the day. Okay. It requires a huge amount of effort in terms of placement coordination and also the kind of companies which are recruiting should be ready to pay you that kind of salary. When we talk about IIM crores of salary, 100% batch is not getting the 1 crore salary. Always remember the fact there are more than 80% students of IIM who get placed in the pay bracket of 8 to 10 lakhs or 10 to 15 lakhs or maximum 20 lakhs, and that too basis on the profile and the quality of performance in the interview, right? So please remove this misconception that MGB 18 lakh salary would look good in India, not in other countries. From Hyderabad, as we do not have 2 years of residential status in Australia, are we eligible to work in Australia if we are placed there? Shobna, as of now, for MGB students, we cannot say anything as far as Australian opportunities are concerned. I was talking about global MBA students because they already have 3 years of work experience. Internship is possible in Australia, and there could be possibilities that you can convert your internship into full-time pay offers. Okay, all depends on that. We in the past we have placed one student as an intern in Australia, but due to visa regulations and all, she could not convert that internship into final placement. But again, we had to help that student with the final placement, and she got placed recently in Dubai. Shobna from Hyderabad, I guess I've answered your query. Nandini, we can offer for Jan intake be deferred till May 2017 intake. Yes, Nandini, very much. You can defer your intake joining to May if you get Jan intake offer. Ashank, are the placements global or limited to India? They are global, Ashank. Of course, it is a global program, so we are offering global placements. Muskan Malhotra, when does the application process for September 2017 start? It will start from May next year. Soumya Prakash Sahu from Hyderabad. How different is GMA from the normal? I guess Soumya, you joined in late. So now I will request you to get in touch with the respective regional manager they will be able to help you. Just a second, let me share the contact details. Okay, Akshay, can you help me share this contact details of all the regional managers? Because here only mine and Shebash is there, which is only south. North, east, and west is not available.
So should I type it in the message column and then it will be okay for this?
Yes, sir. So guys,
Yeah.
Akshay is going to type contact details in the chat window. Kindly make a copy of that. Apurva Single from Delhi. Clear the SP chat. I can apply for evaluation but earlier number is not possible on November. Yes, Apurva, no problem. If you have any prior commitment, you can always go for the next one, which is on 20th of November. No issue. Muskan, 4 years of experience in family business, so I can apply for GMBA. Muskan, only on one condition, you should be able to prove your experience in terms of joining and relieving. You need to have the documents in place, legal documents like joining letter and relieving letter. This is my final might be eligible for applying it in May 2017. Yes, you can, Akshay. In fact, you try to complete your final exams in November, and then you can think of an SPJET in the month of Jan. As I said, the SPJET scores are valid for 2 years. Go for SPJET, which will be happening in Jan 2017. I'm worried about the ROI. That's why I asked the question. 18 lakh per annum salary might that be less. Kishan, I've already answered this. Saurabh, yes. Apurva, please submit. Ankit, where can we see information? Please visit the website, Ankit. Our website is telling that you need not see it also once again. There is and try to geographic Purva single. I have submitted the application, but need to make some changes. How to go about the same? Apurva, write an email to your regional manager, Mr. Kupesh Mathur. My colleague Akshay will be sharing his contact details in the chat window. So just drop an email to him stating that you want to do something. He will do the needful for you. Because once you submit the application online on Creatrix, you can't edit it. It's possible to edit from our end. So drop an email. Or you can write to even Saurabh. Saurabh has shared his email ID. Even Saurabh is based out of Delhi. Nirmal Chauhan. Many B schools accept GRE scores as well. Does SPJN accept? Nirmal Chauhan, as of now, I would say no because we are in the process of getting GRE scores into system. But you know, we are governed by TEXA, Tertiary Education Quality Standards Australia, which says we cannot accept GRE scores at the moment. But we are in the process of convincing authorities, concerned authorities, to get the GRE scores in the system. Once it is there, we'll definitely be happy to inform you. As of now, it is only GMAT, CAT, and our own entrance exam. Related apprenticeship, Shank, if you've completed your fee only, then it will be counted as work experience. Otherwise, not. Internship experience is not a full-time experience over there. Only for chartered accountant with the articleship work experience. I'm planning to give consider or above. The upcoming May, eligible for carpet. I have 10 and 4 to 5 years of experience make me an eligible candidate for experience GMB program. Vijay, see, first of all, why did you submit your application? Because sometimes we do consider various factors like your work experience, your academic, so please go ahead and apply. Of course, you are eligible because you already have a 5 years of experience. Please apply your now to see what are your prospects in the program, whether you will be called for profile-based evaluation or the regular evaluation that you have to see. Okay. Muskan Malhotra, can we apply for both MGB, GMBA? No, depending on your work experience, Muskan. If you are 0 to 3, you can apply for MGB. If you have more than apply for MGB. Anything 3 plus is for GMB. Admission exam, so can apply for Jain intake. Yes, because you need the experience in giving any interview. It is all depends on the preparation that you make. Okay, so go ahead and work experience inside the class. Because on an average, the 24 months is the average work experience of the MGB batch. So you have it probably for a yes, in the company's letterhead, and we can legal documents in the sense the company letterhead with the TIN number and stuff. Okay. Ashank, the one after BTech, a full-time paid apprenticeship. Yes, Ashank, full-time paid apprenticeship, I'm not getting you actually. Uh, was it a full-time and what kind of relieving you got? I mean, was there any joining or relieving you got after you completed this apprenticeship after BTech? We would like to know. Only basis on that will be able to decide. No drawback at all. You can appear. I think that you go for 6th of November so that you get ample amount of time, to get the things rolling for yourself for Jan intake. Good, really good bit. That is the only advice. Yes, Karan, I guess contact details have been shared. Is IELTS compulsory for getting selected for MGB? No. IELTS is only for IELTS or TOEFL is only for Australia visa requirement. It is not a prerequisite for MGB or GMBA program. So once you get the offer of admission, only then you decide to write IELTS or TOEFL. Okay, before that it is not necessary. So for New Delhi, you cannot. Sorry, I'm reading your venture here. Sorry. Nirmal Chauhan, can I discuss the profile with regional manager? Yes, Nirmal, please go ahead. Whoever is your regional manager, your based out of Ahmedabad, please get in touch with her. We'll be able to help you out. So contact details have been shared by Saurabh and Akshay. Ankit, we are not sharing this SPJAT percentile for certain reasons. So please don't worry about your SPJAT score. If you have cleared SPJAT, you are eligible for the interview directly. You just wait for the interview call, which will be updating on your Creatrix. You have completed your online application. Okay, so your SPJAT score anyway is valid now, which is for 2 years. So you can go ahead and apply. I mean, appear for the interview process in the month of November on 6th of November itself. Akshay Bora from Chennai. When should I write SPJAT exam for May intake? For May intake, Jan. Akshay. Jan is ideal for you. Or you can even take up in November, depending on your commitment. You can give it a try to see where exactly you stand, and later on you can decide how much you have to improve yourself. What is the degree conferred by SPGN for MGB students? It is Master of Global Business by SPGN Global Australia. So it's an Australian degree, proper master's degree, not a postgraduate diploma or an MBA. When should I write SPZ exam for the main take? I've already answered that. How do I prove my experience in family business? I guess I already explained that, Viraj. South contact details you can already see on the slide. Get in touch with me or Shivashish. Nirmal Chauhan, I have 4+ years of teaching experience in engineering college of B. Can I be considered for admission for GMBA? Nirmal, you please go ahead and apply. Later on, if there is anything which is of concern, we will definitely get back to you. It is not a deterrent as of now, but we have to look into this because the teaching experience can be definitely considered. But we would like to know what kind of subjects you have taught and what is that value addition which has happened to your profile in the last 4 years, because that is more important for us in MBA, global MBA, and your salary and stuff. So go ahead and apply. And if you have already applied, just get in touch with your respective regional managers and discuss your application prospects at SPJ. Amit, sorry, we cannot share this PPT because this is official PPT of SP Jain Global. Our website is always open 24 by 7. You can always visit our website to explore all the programs that we offer. Soumya, can we apply without GMAT score and submit the scores later? Yes, very much, Soumya, you can. There is no stopping. If you don't have any score with you as of now, please go ahead and apply with whatever you have, any kind of information, then we will definitely be getting back to you with the next steps. Uh, Viraj, as I said, you have to do your work experience from family business in terms of relieving and joining letter. It should be in company's letterhead. Company should be a registered company with TIN number and stuff. And only then we'll be able to consider the family business experience. We don't require LOR. Letter of recommendations are always to recommend. They are never to demotivate somebody. So we don't believe in LOR actually. Pradeep from Bangalore. Why SPJ being Indian big name in education, often degrees from Australia? Why SPJ being Indian? Okay, see, simple Pradeep. You need not be in India alone if you are really a big name. If companies can go global, then why can't a people can go global? Is what our president says, Mr. Nitish Jain. So we decided to go global in terms of business education, and that is what we are doing. It is nothing related to the brand name or the being big in India. End of the day, we had the motto or the intention of offering a quality global education to Indian students in a different manner, so that corporate can benefit out of them, and that is what we have been doing from last 11 years. So I think PGN has done a tremendous job in delivering quality education globally now, and this is benefiting students, especially because of the Tri-City model. Pradeep Mishra, why is PGN being? I have already answered. Akshay Bhora, I missed the question. Akshay, what was it? Could you please kindly go over it once more? Viraj, I've already explained. I guess you got my answer now. Family business background, you need to prove in terms of joining and relieving letter. Pradeep, we do have accreditations for MBA degrees, that is TEXA recognized and also ABS 21 recognized. And we are in the process of getting accreditation from AMBA also in some time. Maybe next year we'll be having AMBA, Association of MBA, which is a gold standard accreditation from UK. We have accreditations for MBA. Akshay, you have to write in Jan if you're targeting May intake, Jan 2017. Who is the regional manager for Ahmedabad? Well, I'm not very clear. Is it Noel, Akshay, or Upesh?
It's Noel,
Noel.
Deepak.
I
It's
guess he has
Noel.
already shared. Noel Thomas is the regional manager for Ahmedabad. Please get in touch with your regional manager, Noel Thomas. Ankit from Delhi. Where does SPGMBA rank in FT as they are most reliable? Well, we got ranked by FT in 2011 and 2012, and we got into the in the beginning, and then it was around 80s to 90s because there are a lot of factors FTs consider before they rank any business school. And believe me, guys, FT ranking, economics ranking, and post ranking are not the easiest ranking to get into. There are a lot of factors that you have to satisfy. Only then you are eligible for these rankings, and that too with the elite business schools already there in the market. With just 11 years old institute like SP Jain, it is a big thing that we have made it to FT rankings in the past of 2 consecutive years. Soumya, for Jan intake, last date to submit GMAT score. Last date is of course 14th of November, Soumya. So 14th of November happens to be the last day of application that you can submit your online application. You need not wait till 14th of November for that. You can go ahead and apply now. Once you have the GMAT score, just send an email to me or anyone who is your regional manager to update about your scores in GMAT. All right. Any other questions? I've covered all the questions now. Soumya Sahu from Hyderabad. I am having close to 4 years of work experience in the field of analytics. May I know if I am eligible for the consulting management? Yes, if you have been working for 4 years in the same field of analytics, then you are eligible, Soumya. But for Jain intake, I'm reiterating, consulting management is not available. You can go for May intake. Suppose if we start offering consulting for May. As of now, no guarantee that consulting will be available for May even. So just wait. If you're not planning for Jan, just wait for May intake. Ankit, when can we call our regional managers, like their office timings? Between morning 9:30 a.m. to evening 7 p.m. Anytime before, in between these times you can call us. GMAT is compulsory. It is not compulsory. It is an option that you have. SPJAT. SPJAT is our own entrance test. GMAT is also considered provided that you have a 650 score in GMAT, Vikash. So it is not compulsory. Any one of these, either of these, GMAT, CAT, SPJAT. Is IELTS compulsory? IELTS compulsory for Australian visa. Other than IELTS, you also have an option for TOEFL and PTE, Pearson Test of English. So any one of these, either of these, you can go for. Ankit from Delhi. I'll be appearing for PTE soon. Is it valid? Yes, it is valid. PT score of 50, minimum 50 you have to secure in PT. TOEFL score is 60, whereas IELTS requirement is around 70%. Sorry, IELTS is 6.5, TOEFL is 70, and PT is 60. Sorry for the error. Once again, I'm reiterating, IELTS score of 6.5 is minimum required for Australian visa, or TOEFL minimum 70, or PTE of minimum 60. What is the stats of placement region wise? Please go through the website, Pradeep. It is better to go through the website so that you can get a better idea of placement stats. Muskan, and does a startup count somewhere? Yes, very much, Muskan. In fact, we are hungry for such talent who come from a business background of their own. If you have a startup, proudly say that I've done something on my own. I'm a co-founder, I'm a founder of XYZ company. Talk about it. Be free and talk frankly what you have done. Even if you have failed, it is okay for us. We will at least get to know that yes, we have students who have some kind of business acumen in them. Shobna from Telangana. So by when do you need IELTS score for the Jan intake? Well, latest by December. We'll be needing your IELTS score for Jan intake. Latest by December 15th, 15th of December. Where can we get sample essay topics? We'll be sharing it once you're eligible for the interview process, Ankit. Your regional manager will be able to help you in that with the sample essays or sample case study. Definitely do that. Any other questions, guys? It's already 9:30. If you have any questions, please get in touch with your regional managers also. Any more questions? Okay. So Akshay, I guess we are done,
Okay,
and
Deepak. So,
for more of most of the queries now. And we also got to know that there are some issues in the application. So please get
mhm.
in touch with your regional manager to discuss the application thing. I mean, if you have been facing any issues with submitting the online application, advise you to get in touch with your regional manager tomorrow, first half, without fail. Okay, no matter if it is Sunday, we are always there to help you out.
And Deepak,
Please
we
do
have
that.
one more question from Akshay Bora who wants the SPJet material. Can you help with that?
Yes, we can. Yeah, have you applied for SPJet on 6th of November, Akshay? Only then I am going to share. Okay, please apply. Then please apply. Then I was expecting a yes, sir, a reply from you. So please go. Then I'll be able to share it. Now, I guess there are some 6 sample papers uploaded on the website. Any percentage criteria for graduation 10th and 12th? 60% is what we expect, Anaya. Minimum 60%. If, especially for people with lesser experience, academics have more weightage in their application process and selection at SP Jain. So minimum 60% is what we expect. Percentage criteria for UG, it's same 60%. Try to achieve 60 overall, enough for us. Then we will see how we do. It's not always that your UG or PG scores will speak about you. It is you who is going to speak about you during the interview. So go ahead with that. All right. So thank you so much. Wish you all the best and good luck for the admission process, guys. And hope to see you soon in FCJ. We'll be conducting a lot of events like alumni meetings and stuff. Once you're into the system, I mean, once you decide to join the program, we'll be organizing such meetings in Delhi, Mumbai, and Bangalore. So at that point of time, we will be having an advantage and opportunity to meet alumni face to face and discuss your career prospects and after SPJN, after SPJN's MBA or GMBA. All right, so good. Thank you so much once again. All the best. Take care and God bless. Shobna, what is scholarship percentage? It is like percentage, not really percentage. I would define it as $2,000 up to $20,000. This is the range of scholarship that we offer. Yes, Ankit, will definitely keep you updated. If someone have less percentage in 10th, 12th and good in UG, then it is okay, Nirmal. You still can go ahead and apply. We are not stopping you if you have 50%. No, no, no. Please don't come to SPA. Please go ahead and apply. Then we will see what happens next. Take the initiative. Okay. All right. Thanks, Akshay, for your assistance. Saurabh, for
Sure, Deepak.
answering all the questions so
Thank you,
much.
Deepak.
Okay. Good night.
The end.